Herbert Rosenbluth, Fire Controlman Second Class. The captain got information that there's a certain area that might be submarines. He didn't tell us. And the only one who would have any knowledge of it would be the sonar operator. I only remember one time that we dropped depth charges, and all that came up were loads of snakes. And it's amazing how many snakes there are in the ocean. Well, you'd be out patrolling, or you might be escorting carriers. Did quite a bit of that. Or you'd just be out patrolling. When I was at morning quarters, and the officer in charge said, he called me and he said, stay after quarters. That was the first inkling I got. And then he said, I said, you told me to stay? And he said, yeah, go pack your stuff, you're leaving the ship. And I couldn't even, I had to run around getting my stuff out of the laundry. And they had a Pico, we had a Pico locker. Well, once we got on board ship and headed for the South Pacific, you didn't have use of a Pico. And so that was, many months that we were in the South Pacific, and I never went to examine my Pico to see what it looked like. And they were already packed in, because, on board ship you pack stuff in as much as you get. And I couldn't get my Pico. I went back, and it was winter time. I had to buy a new Pico. So they owed me for a Pico, but they took me over to a transport. I don't even know the name of it. And I went aboard, and they put me on KP for a couple of days. I wasn't too happy about that. Got me to Seattle. Got to Seattle, and they said I had 30-day liberty, but get back as best you can. You have no money, but get best. So I had enough money to make a phone call. I think maybe no, I probably made a collect call home. I said I have 30 days off, and I want to come home, and I have no money. So they wired me money to Western Union. I got that, and I got on the train, and I met a guy that I had known in fire control school. He was a good guy. We had, we liked each other. He was a right guy. And so we just sat next to each other the whole time, man, talking, and until we got he lived in Ohio, and I went through to New York. That was the second time I went to advanced fire control school. The first time, I forgot when I came out. The second time I came out in first place. And the reason that's important is because when they had two bunks on, or two openings on the Franklin Roosevelt, and they were given, and you were given a choice. That's when you were given a choice, and you could go that, or you could go on the rest of the destroyers, and none of them were the McGowan. So I said, I mean, it didn't register with me that I want to go on another destroyer. I liked it, but I don't want to be. I came on board originally. I was an original crew. I don't want to go on and be a replacement. So the Franklin Roosevelt hadn't been commissioned yet. So I said, so since I was first, I said, yeah, I'll take that.